COVID-19 scandal. Once again, it's a pleasure to have you with us. Thank you for making time. Welcome to KTN Prime. I'm Jesse Rogers. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Damian Evans. As of 10 p.m., I'll be hosting Franklin Mukwanja, the Executive Director at the Center for Multi-Party Democracy, Kevin Osido, the Executive Director at the County Governance Watch, and Ishmael Nyaribo, an advocate of the High Court, on an array of issues playing out in the country, from the political sycophancy exhibited by some leaders to the worrying wave of abductions, not forgetting the vetting of CS nominees. Stay tuned for that riveting discussion coming your way a little bit later on. But of course, first things first, we bring you up to speed with the top stories. Now tonight, the scales are falling and the gloves are off, in a stunning twist that could provide the clearest evidence yet of the ongoing abductions gripping the nation. Public Service Cabinet Secretary Justin Muturi has blown the lead off what he calls a state-sanctioned conspiracy. CS Muturi alleges that the National Intelligence Service is orchestrating these abductions with the full knowledge of President William Ruto. In a bare-knuckle expose, Muturi claims to have overheard a pivotal phone call at State House, a call he says saved his abducted son's life. KTN's investigative editor Francis Ontomwa delves into the explosive revelations of a man willing to risk everything to lay bare what he calls the truth.
Justin Bidan Joka Muturi is a man unafraid to take on the system. After being challenged by state officials to record a statement with the DCI over his allegations, Muturi took the bold step earlier today, leaving no stone unturned in a bid to expose what he calls the rot at the heart of the nation's security apparatus.
I have nothing to hide. It is a fact that my son had been abducted. It's also a fact that he was held in Communicado for several hours. And indeed, he was later released. But what I don't know by whom he had been abducted, but by who he was held.
In his statement, Muturi makes chilling allegations that the NIS is at the center of a spate of abductions and shockingly implicates his boss, President William Ruto, in being privy to the operations. Muturi recounts the harrowing ordeal of searching for his son Leslie Muturi, who was abducted on June 22nd last year at 9 p.m. along Olenguruni Avenue near Dennis Street in Kilimani. Upon learning of the abduction, Muturi says he frantically reached out to several top security officials, including the then Inspector General of Police Japhet Koome, Director of Criminal Investigations Mohammed Amin, and Intelligence Director Noordin Haji. All denied knowledge of the incident. Not even the then Interior CS Kithure Kindiki could provide answers to a colleague desperately seeking his son. With no response forthcoming, Muturi reveals he texted President Ruto directly, but still received no reply. Desperate, he stormed State House. In his statement, Muturi says, "I informed the president about my message and he explained that his phone had crashed due to an overload of messages. I expressed my belief that NIS was holding my son." Standing outside the pavilion of State House, Muturi says he overheard the president ask Noordin Haji if he was indeed holding his son. Noordin confirmed indeed he was holding my son, and the president instructed him to release Leslie immediately. Noordin responded that Leslie will be released within an hour. Muturi says he later joined his friends in Gigiri, and just over an hour later, Leslie called to say he had been freed.
If anybody thinks that I don't know what I'm doing, then they are up for a rude shock.
Muturi's explosive claims ripped the mask off one of the country's most critical security organs, raising serious questions about the integrity of its operations.
Which pressure? I'm not under any pressure. I've not seen any pressure. I've told you there are some very infantile statements that I have read from some quarters, and I think it's not fair for me to even dwell on them.
But as Muturi breaks ranks to expose the underbelly of state machinery, the cost of his boldness remains to be seen. Francis Ontomwa, KTN, Nairobi.